Money Monday, and that means we're joined right now by David Seeger from Great Lakes Credit Union. And today we are talking about how much it costs to raise a child. Nice to see you, David.
Good morning, David.
First of all, let's talk about the markets.
Well, the markets look like they're shaking off the bad news, disappointing news from Friday about the jobs report, because they look like they're opening up, and they're not too concerned about the Korean issue yet either. So, so far so good, and looks like a good opening day at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah, that's good.
Not concerned about so many people dropping out of the job market.
No, apparently not. They're shaking it right off.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
those numbers
that's Wall Street for you.
Okay, so go ahead and give us the big number. What it is right now.
Big number to raise a child from birth to age of 17 is $234,900. $234,900.
And that doesn't even include saving up for college.
It does not. That is excluded from that total.
$250,000 without private school or college.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Now, I think the more amazing thing is this information you provided for us. The really interesting fact is that waiting, like a lot of people save up to have a kid.
Exactly.
It's actually not a good idea.
Well, apparently not, because what I did some of the math on this. I did a future projection based on these numbers. If you would wait a year, it would cost you $4,698 more to raise that child if you wait 1 year.
Why?
Just
because of inflation?
Because of inflation, adding that to that 17-year period, that translates about $4,600, almost $4,700.
Wow.
Right.
This is a really great subject. So let's just kind of go through some of these numbers. We will, of course, put this information on our website as well. But so right now, the cost to educate is around $42,000. And again, that doesn't even include if you send your kid to
It does not.
Is that school supplies?
School supplies, everything that goes on with the programs, things you might do after school, things of that nature.
Okay. Let's see, are almost $19,000 for regular healthcare visits.
Yeah,
and this is not including sick visits.
It's not, just well visits. And then that may be somewhat optimistic as well, because the cost of inflation as associated with healthcare costs are really high. So I was surprised at the number being as low as it was, to be honest with you.
And to feed the child, it costs on an average around $37,000.
Just to feed the kid, about $37,000 bucks.
Wow.
About $15,000 to clothe them.
And if you're running them around to sports and music programs and stuff like that, that's more gas, and the price is going to go way up.
About $19,000 in fuel alone, that's what we estimate.
Wow, unbelievable. And we're talking about the cost of raising a child in the year 2013. And it's a lot.
Yes, it is. Good morning.
Morning, David.
Hey, David. All right, so let's go ahead and, if you're just waking up and just joining us, let's go ahead and give them the number.
Okay, it is a total of $234,900 to raise a child from birth all the way to the age of 17.
And that does not include private schools, going to college.
Does not.
The basic costs.
Basic stuff, yes.
All right. So, okay, so let's go ahead and last hour we kind of broke down some things, but we want to actually go through the different stages of life, okay? So, infancy, 0 to 12 months, what are most of these costs going towards?
The major cost for infancy is the diaper stage, and you're going to use 2,700 diapers the first year of life of your child, which is about 20 cents a unit approximately.
And you get to change every one of them.
Every one of them, right.
Hooray!
I was surprised by that number.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, the toddler stage.
And that's the daycare stage, about $8,400 per annum just to raise the one child, put them in the daycare. It's very expensive daycare, and most folks understand how expensive that is.
Yeah. All right, preschool, the ages 3 to 5.
About $15,000 for that point in time, for that time period, and that includes the cost of preschool and the things that are involved with it. It's more just tuition. There's all the things that are involved with daycare, the toys, and other things that go along with that.
All right, and this is where it starts just getting more expensive. Elementary school.
Yes, 5 to 10 years of age. The extracurricular activities for socialization and things of that nature, about $1,000 a year per child for things of that nature, and just with the sports and stuff that they get into, the soccer and everything else, the transportation, you name it.
Middle school.
And that's from 10 to 13 years, and you spend even more, about $1,500 per child, as the cost keeps on going up, because it gets more sophisticated, and the equipment they're going to need for sports and other extracurricular activities they'll be using.
And of course, high school.
High school, 13 to 17. It gets really expensive then. The sports, the other activities that go on, driving lessons, insurance, getting a car.
Prom outfits.
Oh yes, you add it all together, that's where it all adds up.
Now, let's talk real quick. We talked about it last hour. Fuel costs, I think, is a pretty astonishing
number. Oh my goodness, $19,000 just for fuel costs. Then transportation costs alone is $32,866 for the child. whole entire life.
Put on the gas and then depreciation in your car.
Exactly. It really adds up.
It sure does. Now there is a website in case people are wanting to try to calculate these costs for themselves. That is babycenter.com/cost of raising child calculator. And we will of course have all of this information on our website, northwestohio.com. Well, David Seeger from Great Lakes Credit Union, we always appreciate you being here. And also, how can people get a hold of you?
At glcu.com.
All right. Thanks so much, David Seeger.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it. That's a great subject. That was really interesting.